Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome to another excerpt from the Gene Deal times Tisa Tells interview. Really quick, we're going to get into the interview, but I just want to set things up for people that might not know the players. This is, of course, Gene Deal. A lot of people like to say he was Diddy's bodyguard, but actually he was his street protection because Gene Deal was deep with this posse called the Same Gang. There's another Anthony Wolf Anderson. You will see him shortly. Wolf was Diddy's BFF. He also protected him. And according to people that are on the scene, Diddy might also be responsible for him taking his last breath. You guys, this is a tale of treachery, betrayal. It involves the BMF, that is the Black Mafia family. All the heads and big players of the BMF, Big Meech, Riz, also Corey. Y'all, this story gets deep and I guarantee you've never heard it. So with no further ado, let's get to it. Also, the full interview is going to be dropping shortly. Make sure you hit the notifications and I'll see you on live. Well, my live later on tonight because you know we're doing the director's cut. Plus, I got some more dirt. Okay, talk to y'all later.
I don't have any take on, what those guys are doing or how they doing it. I didn't have no reason, no monetary gain for doing this. What he did, to people that I love, and he claimed that he loved them too, I was making aware of it. Your love was minuscule. It was monstrous, bro, because the things that you did to those people, and you still go on air and you claim that you love them. I was letting people know, it don't go down like that. It ain't you're wrong. The way you did certain things. So what they do it and why they do it, they have to answer that. I don't care why they did it, or I don't care nothing about, how they put it, how they tell their story. That's their story. It has nothing to do with Gene Deal.
Now, right about now, my interest was piqued. I said, hold on, rewind. What you mean his love was monstrous? I know about the cassie stuff, but what does this have to do with Wolf? Y'all, listen to this.
The thing he did to get BMF and Wolf going at each other. You understand what I'm saying?
Like what?
Like we spoke to him, he promised Wolf his $300,000. He told Wolf he didn't need Wolf anymore. I don't need you no more. I don't want you dealing with you no more. And Miss Jones, Wolf's mother, and I hate to talk about this, but these are the questions people ask me. Miss Jones let me hear the fact that the investigator said that they had all their phones tapped. And Puff told Meech, when Meech was calling Puff to say, yo, man, get your man, he bugging. You know what I'm saying? Before Wolf was even dead, he bugging, man. We try, and Puff words was, bruh, do what you gotta do. How you say that to your friend? How you say that to your man? Somebody who's been there for you, that's made sure that you was all right. How do you do that? Why did you do that? Wolf ended up getting killed that night. You know what I'm saying? To a guy worrying, it's just stories after stories after stories, and I got enough. Enough is enough, bro, and that's what this was all about. And had I known that he was going to get his just dessert with Cassie and some of the other people that's coming out, my status in the streets, my status in what I did here in New York City, I wouldn't have never did it. I wouldn't have never said a word. But I didn't know none of this stuff was going to transpire.
Yeah.
I did it on my own.
Now, if you're like me, right about now, and you're wondering, really, Puff? All that you set up your brother from another mother and just said, do what you got to do. So you probably think what I'm thinking. What did Wolf ever do to Diddy to make him so treacherous, to make him almost seem like he was plotting for his downfall, to make him, at least from what it sounds like, hate him? Or is this the first glimpses that they saw back then of Puffy just being on, not on some dumb stuff, but on some depraved, ignorant, just cold-blooded American Psycho mess. Y'all listen to Gene's response because this is going to chill you.
Wolf was with Christopher Williams and Heavy D and them working for security and, stuff for them before Puff was even in the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But Wolf was part of this crew called Butt Naked. They used to give parties, right? But other than that, they were street entrepreneurs that two of the individuals got arrested and they received 9 16 to life sentences in the courts.
Oh, wow.
Right. The people in Virginia did not know Wolf. So Wolf took it to trial and beat it. So now Wolf thing, because he was a part of that team, Butt Naked, that used to finance Puff and his artists. You understand? Before, when Puff lost the job at Uptown Records, he still had to finance Craig Mack, Biggie, and try to get this to before he got to deal with the Clyde Davis. Wolf them used to funnel money through Bad Boy with Puff.
Oh,
right?
Okay. How?
Keep his status. So now when Corey goes to jail, Puff is the one that's hitting Wolf off. When Corey goes on the run, Puff is the one that hitting Wolf off with the paper bags to make sure Corey can still be on the run.
Oh.
Corey gets caught. He start doing his time. Puff don't want to pay no more. But Wolf made sure he paid and made sure Lamont and Corey had their commissaries, and they still got kids out here. So they had to make sure their kids was all right too and do some of that. A lot of that money was coming from Wolf. Wolf said, I had $300,000 that I spent. I was right there in the office when Puff promised him, when I do this Universal deal, I'm going to give you your money.
Huh.
Wolf didn't see that deal.
He just said, no, you ain't getting it.
Nah. BMF ended up killing who's his friend was Puff.
Now, y'all, let me pause right here because this shook me out. If you don't recall what he just said, he said that basically Wolf was, BMF had put seed money into Bad Boy, and when they was in the run, Puffy was supposed to be paying that back. That's how their families were living. That's how they were living. When they got locked up, Puffy was like, I ain't paying you nothing. Wolf was like, I already gave my word. You gotta pay. And Wolf was the one that had his foot on his neck telling Diddy, you gotta pay this money. Diddy ain't want to pay. And shortly after, Wolf was murked by one of Diddy's friends in the BMF. Y'all, it gets deep. Listen.
I don't know the dates, but it wasn't long at all. It wasn't long at all. Because Wolf said, I don't understand why Wolf would say what he said. He said, I'm gonna show you them who you think they are. And the dude that Wolf put down as a gunman to BMF is the dude that killed Wolf. Meech didn't kill him, but it was the fight that he had.
Now, if you're like me, you're like, I remember hearing something about this. Meek and Big Meech, Meek, Wolf and Big Meech had gotten to a fight over a girl, and that's what led to it. At least that's what Diddy and everybody led us to believe. But y'all, there's more to the story. Ooh, Diddy is diabolical. Listen to this.
It has something to do with her, but Wolf had that girl was about 6 weeks pregnant with Wolf's child. And people don't know that. She was 6 weeks pregnant with Wolf's child.
What?
That's the same girl that Puff offered Wolf $10,000 to have sex with. And Wolf got mad and said, I should have let you have sex with the bitch. But she came over there and knocked Wolf's hat off his head. So Wolf goes over there to check her. Meech get involved with her because this girl is with a friend of Meech that he's about to do some business with.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Mm-hmm. But they throw Wolf out the club. Him and Riz, they throw them out the club. So it led to one thing, led to another. Meech tried to come out and talk to Wolf. They had some words. Meech and somebody else got shot in the leg, and Meech got shot in the buttocks. And one of the dudes that Wolf knew got close enough because Wolf thought, since I know you, even though I put you down with being meth, I told Meech to put you down because you was like that in the street. He ended up shooting Wolf and killing him.
Okay, so if you're confused, so was I. Because the one thing I wanted to know is, when did Puffy get the call with Meech saying, yo, get your boy? Like, was it right before? And y'all, the answer, listen to this.
Meech called him while he was in the club, going in the back of the club. Meech called Puff.
What?
And this is what Mama Jones is letting me hear from the investigators through that wiretapping.
What? Y'all, you heard it here first. Puffy was paying off the debt he had incurred from BMF for the seed money. Now, again, Puffy does maintain his innocence. These stories have not been independently verified. These are Gene Dill's present recollections recorded, what he sensed, the impression he had, what he thought. It has not been independently verified. And of course, Puffy has not been proven guilty of any crimes in the court of law. And as well as I do not think charges have been filed, even though he is being investigated. Okay, Cassie's lawyer put in the documents that BMF gave seed money for Bad Boy Records. That has far-reaching implications. I am going to talk about this later on. But anyway, back to what I was saying, right? Okay, so all that's going on. Everybody's locked up. Puffy, this sounds like he's like, oh, it's the perfect time not to start paying them because I want to pay them anyway. I need this money. What was on Puffy's neck is like, you gotta pay no matter what. Be a man of your word. Okay? When Puffy stopped paying, Wolf went into his own pockets and had paid about 300 grand of his own money out to these people. Puffy was like, yo, when I get this Universal deal, I got you. I'm going to pay back that 300,000. Gene Dill said he was there to witness that exchange. Okay, so cut to Puffy gets his Universal deal. Wolf's like, where's my MF the money? Puffy is like, you can miss me with that money. Okay? He said, I don't owe you nothing, ada. Cut to just a short while later. And by short, I mean, it sounds like a couple of days. Wolf is down in Atlanta at Club Chaos. He starts arguing with a woman that is 6 weeks pregnant, carrying his child. That woman is also involved with another man. Big Meech wants to do business with that man. The man that Wolf had trained as a shooter for BMF actually took Wolf and Riz out. But prior to that happening, he got a call. Meech was like, yo, your man tripping, come get your man. Like, you better do it. Literally asking, like, what's going on? Diddy literally said, do what you gotta do, and hung up. And moments later, he was gone. Wolf was gone, deceased or whatever. Diddy actually said, do what you gotta do. And baby, Meech, but his shooter, what needed to be done was done. Y'all, this is epic. This is groundbreaking. And get this, Diddy was the first person at that funeral crying, slow singing, flower bringing. And none of this would have been known. He didn't say a word of this. None of this would have been known if it wasn't for, at the time, BMF was being investigated by the feds. And there was a wiretap on the phone. And that's how Diddy was exposed. You guys, you can't make this up. Let's continue. But y'all, if that wasn't enough, the next chapter is going to blow your mind. Because if you're like me, you're like, so then what happened after that? Like, how did Diddy show his face? How did he hide his head in shame? Like, what was going on? Y'all, listen to what this mofo did.
They reached the party.
What?
When Meech got out of jail, He gave Meech a party.
What? What did everybody say about that? Like the people, because you knew, everybody knew. Like, how do you do that with no shame?
I don't know. I had a conversation with Meech myself. We met in Cancun. He was in the presidential suite at what you call it, Ritz-Carlton. He invited me down to the room. Big man, come on down to the room, man. I said, Meech, listen here, brother. We was all family. We was all cool. I don't know what happened between you and Wolf. And I didn't know the conversation he had with Puff at the time until Mama Jones told me later. I said, what happened with you and Wolf? That's two men dealing with shit. But I can't drink with you no more, bro. He shook my hand, I shook his hand, and that was it.
Y'all listen, Uncle Gene, that was just one of many stories he shared. The full interview is going to be dropping soon. Make sure you turn your notifications on. And also, don't forget to pick up Uncle Gene's book. Listen, he was there at the birth of New York City hip-hop when it combined with the BMF. And baby, he knows everything and everybody, not just the BS they want you out there. So if you are a hip hop historian, or even if you just like to hear a skilled storyteller talk, make sure you pick it up. It's on Amazon. You can go to Gene's site. There's a link in his Instagram bio. You know how this mess works. Anyway, y'all, I'll see y'all later on tonight to unpack this and discuss. All right, talk to y'all later. Bye.